Saturday, April 27th. I forgot what time of the day it is. It doesn't matter. Somewhere in the mid AM, around 9 o'clock, I'd say 8:30. Today I want to talk a little bit about dreams and dream visions, if anybody's familiar. I've had a few myself, and those are what I'm going to talk about today. One of these dream visions I had, the first one that I remember, was I came to in my dream. So I woke up in my dream and I was in a snowy region, somewhere cold and snowy. There was roughly 12 other people with me. I couldn't truly see their faces. I never see people's faces in my dreams, but I know if it's good or bad because of the energy or what they're trying to do to me in my dream. Okay, and I always get control. If you look at your hands in your dream, you can gain control of your dream. Well, anyway, we were in this snowy region and we'd all come to this hole, right? It was like a hole, but it was like the whole thing was swirling counterclockwise to like a gate, like a portal looking thing, okay? Well, when we went through this portal, it turned into like this tunnel, but the whole tunnel was spinning counterclockwise. Slowly, as we walked through it, it spun. As I came out the other side, only I emerged, but from a cave. And all around me there were tall trees, like huge, giant trees, like trunks that were hundreds of feet wide, bigger than the rainforest. The redwoods in California, bigger than that. Those old sequoias, bigger. Think giant. And vines everywhere, overgrown like a rainforest. I heard trumpeting, like an elephant. I can't do it, but so I went to follow this trumpet sound, being cautious, of course, and hiding in the sticks and the shrubbery to see what it was, and it was a family of woolly mammoths. The mammoths represent family structure, steadfastness, memory, protection. They're very family oriented. They protect what's theirs. Well, the baby mammoths, or the children, were playing in the crystal clear blue water in a creek. It was crystal blue. It was blue, mind you. The color of the water was blue. And there was giant reeds growing, giant reeds taller than me. These reeds were like the size of a normal tree that we see nowadays. Giant reeds. And these mammoths were eating these reeds, reed falls over and these mammoths are eating on these reeds, right? Well, that's cool. So, I'm exploring this new place. And so I go further into this new world. And I find one of these giant trees, and huge. And there's pterodactyls flying around this tree, and there's little baby ones flying too. And then the pterodactyl represented mother to me, teaching her children how to fly. The baby pterodactyls were the children. And then mother was either my mother or Mother Earth, either way you want to look at it, teaching me the essentials of life and how to live and survive. So kind of my mother, in a way, my physical mother. Okay? And I look off, and there's this central sun. There's a river valley. There's a river. There's a sunset. There's a ravine right here. And there's a waterfall going over this ravine, crashing down into this ravine, spraying a rainbow mist through this whole valley. And on the right-hand side of this cliff, there was an ancient temple. Okay? I went and explored close to this ancient temple. Pretty much inside. Okay? The streets were cobblestone type of stuff. There were like stone, and there was grass and weeds and trees and little shrubs growing through. Basically saying is it was very ancient, right? And this is just the town and the streets. The town was a little bit crumbled. There hadn't been nobody there for a while. And when I came to this temple, the roof had caved in. But what drew me to the temple was the glow that was emitting out of this hole. It was a green glow. Like an emerald. Okay, it's also looked at as healing energy, green energy. The grass is green, the trees are green, it's healing energy. It's good for us. And so I explored this little temple, this ancient temple with the sunken in roof. It was a little bit crumbled, like its walls had been breached one day long ago, but it's still standing because its structure was still strong. Basically telling me that my temple, as in my body, I've put it through some rough crap. I've had like 4 car accidents in my life. That's what the scar on my head here is from. It was the size of a 50-cent piece. I had to get it stitched up. I had stitches all the way up through my head right here. And my back was peppered. My whole right hip was completely like scraped off by the road. I fell out of a car at 55 miles an hour on a dirt road. We were partying, being dumb mid-20s boys and a couple girls. We were up in the meadows, what we call out here in town, and a lot of my friends who watch this video will probably say, yeah, I remember that. I got the nickname of Road Rash for a long time from that. And I was walking around town in a sheet. Literally a sheet and a pair of boxers for a month and a half. I had to soak my scabs every day until they fell off. Because I was bandaged. And every day we'd put fresh bandages on with the cream and all that. And the bandages would stick to the scabs. And when I'd go to pull the bandages off, my scab would come off or try to come off. And so I'd have to soak in the tub for at least a half an hour to 45 minutes and soak my scabs off. So they were soft enough to pull the bandages off. It was hell. Never broke a bone, but, that represents like all my addictions, my drug abuse, in my past. All the torture I've done, the near-death experience I've had. The first major car accident, I was 21 years old, and it was an ex-girlfriend of mine who totaled the car. We went around an S-curve out of town here a little too fast, and she wasn't very experienced at the time to be driving. But we were all tired, and she wanted to drive, so we let her drive. She had a seatbelt on. I didn't. Nobody else did. There was 4 of us. I don't know, they thought I was dead, and I was out for 20 minutes. So I call it an NDE. I woke up, my face had hit the window, the dashboard, the steering wheel, the roof. We rolled the car. And you would think I was dead if you were there. I was totally limp. I woke up, both my eyes were filled with glass. I'm lucky to even see today. My face looked like I got beat up with a baseball bat. It was swollen like this. Yeah. I could totally do the one eyebrow thing really good for a good month and a half. My whole face was swollen. So that represented my temple being destroyed a little bit, but it's still there. It's still good, The green glow. When I found this diamond, this emerald, was basically finding myself. Now, this is a little bit long, but there'll be another video lesson like this about a second dream vision coming up soon. I'll do that next. I just don't want to be too long about it. But I found this emerald inside myself and I polished it. And that's what I'm doing today. I'm continuing to polish my emerald or my diamond. And believe it or not, you can do some research on this. And I might be able to post the link in the comments or in the description chat, in the description link at the bottom of the video. But it's a Crystalline Human. And it's like the legend of the crystal skull. It's all our organs that have an energy point are capable of creating diamonds, people, because we're carbon-based life forms, and carbon creates diamonds. So take a look at that for a little bit. It's some Chinese doctor who discovered this, and our bones are made of a crystalline substance as well, where the term "feel it in your bones" comes from. Because everything's a vibration. All right, you have an energy imprint that, how much force it takes to snap a stick, and it's in your bones that feels it. Okay, your nerves and muscles and tendons and stuff bend it, but how much force is applied comes from the memory imprint on your bones. The pressure memory. Just a few things to think about. Until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Peace. Namaste.